Audio Jungle.
Hey guys, I'm Buki Olekbade. Welcome to Hashtag Last Week, the show that brings you all the top trending stories from social and brings it to you in one spot. What was trending last week? Jennifer and Justin, Black Panther, Chloe Kim, and the tragic Florida shooting. So what do you say when you're going through a breakup? Let's put out a statement. It's a breakup heard around the world as Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux have revealed they have been separated since late last year, according to a joint statement they put out last Friday. The couple who married in 2015 said they plan to keep their decision private, but, quote, given that the gossip industry cannot resist an opportunity to speculate and invent, we wanted to convey the truth directly. This decision was made mutually and lovingly. At the end of last year, the statement read, "We are two best friends who have decided to part ways as a couple, but look forward to continuing our cherished friendship." Since the announcement, social media has been ablaze, wondering if Jennifer has any plans to get back together with her ex-husband, actor Brad Pitt, who, as we all know, has been going through his own divorce from actor Angelina Jolie since 2016. So what do you say to those people who said a black superhero would never sell tickets? Told you so. Black Panther, the latest from the Disney Marvel shop featuring an almost completely black and African-American ensemble cast, is now the 5th best opening weekend of all time, with an estimated $192 million. According to Deadline, within the first 24 hours of ticket sales back in January, Black Panther surpassed Captain America's Civil War in ticket sales, another Marvel heavy hitter. It seems someone at Disney and Marvel has been paying attention to the zeitgeist. Black Panther, with its nearly totally black and African-American ensemble cast, is a groundbreaker and game changer for Hollywood. And Disney doesn't seem to be slowing down in its quest for progress. Soon, they'll be breaking glass ceilings on March 9th when they open the feature adaptation of the children's classic, A Wrinkle in Time, starring Reese Witherspoon, Oprah Winfrey, and Mindy Kaling. With its $100 million budget, it's the first production of its kind to be directed by a woman of color, Oscar nominee Ava DuVernay. Go ahead, sis. And what do you say to the next dumb idiot who gets fired for inappropriateness at work? You did it to yourself. Radio co-host Patrick Connor has been fired last week after making inappropriate comments about Olympic gold medalist and snowboarding phenom Chloe Kim. Connor made these comments about Kim during a discussion on Barstool Sports' Dialed In with Dallas Braden. He said, quote, "Her 18th birthday is April 23rd, and the countdown is on, baby. That's what I like about them high school girls." Are you for real? He then added, "She's fine as hell. If she was 18, you wouldn't be ashamed to say that. She's a little hot piece of ass." And she is. She's adorable. I'm a huge Chloe Kim fan. After hearing these comments, outraged people took to social media to blast him on his nature of the comments and calling for his firing. He then apologized to Kim and her family for his inappropriate comments, but the bell could not be unrung. According to CNN, while Connor made the comments on a Barstool Sports show, he was fired on Wednesday from KNBR, a radio station in San Francisco, where he also worked as a radio host. And what do we say to the next politician who sends his or her thoughts and prayers? We call BS. As we all know, last week saw the tragic Valentine's Day mass shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The alleged gunman, 19-year-old former student Nicholas Cruz, shot and killed 17 students and teachers and injured 14. Cruz has been charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. He's being held without bond at a Maine Broward County jail, where he has been placed on suicide watch, according to Gordon Weeks, the county's chief assistant public defender. Cruz was expelled from Marjory Stoneman Douglas as well as 2 other schools for behavioral issues. He posted photos on his Instagram page posing with guns and other weapons. They were posted till the day after the shooting. Months before, Cruz was reported to the FBI by Ben Bennett, a Mississippi bail bondsman, when he saw Cruz comment on one of his videos saying he wanted to become a professional school shooter. In the days that have passed since the shooting, the FBI has been under fire for not seeing the warning signs. President Trump took to Twitter to claim the investigation into Russia is to blame, tweeting, "Very sad the FBI missed all the many signals sent out by the Florida school shooter. They're spending too much time trying to prove Russia collusion with the Trump campaign." Low blow, Mr. Trump, low blow. The subject of gun control has also surfaced to the top of the national conversation. The New York Times reported the 10 highest paid senators and congressmen who received the most funding from the NRA, including Senator John McCain, Senator Marco Rubio, and Congressman Pete Sessions, who all took to their own social media to wish the families and friends of the Parkland victims their deepest sympathies and offering their thoughts and prayers. This sparked a firestorm speech from Parkland survivor and high school senior Emma Gonzalez, who galvanized a grieving crowd and spoke for the generations of kids who grew up with the growing number of school shootings. She said, quote, "The people in the government who were voted into power are lying to us, and us kids seem to be the only ones who notice and our parents to call BS. Companies trying to hush us into submission when our messages doesn't reach the ears of the nation, we are prepared to call BS. Politicians who sit in their gilded house and Senate seats funded by the NRA telling us nothing could have been done to prevent this, we call BS. They say tougher gun laws do not decrease gun violence. We call BS. They say good guys with guns stop bad guys with guns. We call BS. They say guns are just tools, like knives, and are as dangerous as cars. We call BS. They say no law could have prevented the hundreds of senseless tragedies that have occurred. We call BS. That us kids don't know that what we're talking about and that we're too young to understand what government is really about. We call BS. All right, Trenders, it was another hashtagging week of news and entertainment. Jennifer and Justin, congratulations for one, keeping that secret for that long, and two, recognizing that it wasn't gonna work and splitting when you guys still loved and cherished each other. Big congratulations, but Jennifer, do not go back to Brad. It ended for a reason, and I'm still rooting for him and Angelina to get back together. Hashtag Jennifer and Justin friends forever. Hashtag Fred and Angelina, please get back together. Here's what I love about Chloe Kim. Chloe Kim is a phenom. She is a Korean snowboarder. She has won 4 X Games gold medals before she turned 18, a record that no one has done, and she just won an Olympic gold medal. She gives no craps about Patrick Connor, and I think that's how we should approach all these men and women who harass and abuse. Put them to the side, get them out of your mind, and you keep driving on forward. Hashtag Patrick Connor had several seats. Black Panther, extremely excited for what has occurred. I think there's going to be a huge rippling effect throughout Hollywood that proves that minorities can and will drive the box office. And I'm not just talking about my Black and African Americans, I'm talking about my Asians, my Pacific Islanders, my Native Americans, my Latinos, my LGBTQ, all of us. We have the power to actually tell stories, be superheroes, and make big box office gold. Congratulations again. Hashtag Emma Gonzalez for president. Her speech, someone of that age to give a speech like that is beyond her years, wise beyond her years, and it took a lot of courage, and we are so proud of her for telling basically what we all thought. The next politician who tells me thoughts and prayers, I'm gonna lose it. Because if you have the opportunity, the right, and the will to make change and to actually govern this amazing country that we are in, you should be able to do it without the strings being pulled from any direction. How many people have to die? We've been doing this since Columbine. We've been doing this since Newtown. And now we're here in Parkland, Florida. How many people have to die before we actually do the right thing? Leave us some comments in the section below and tell us what you think about all these school shootings. All right, guys, that's it for me. You have watched Hashtag Last Week. I'm your host, Buki Olakbade. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we will trend with you next week.